Well, greetings. Good to see you, Zoe and Katie at the out at the ranch the other day. That was great. Yeah, yeah. Tracy, you're back. Whoop, here comes Todd. Okay. Nancy, I haven't seen you in a while. You good? Okay. Okay. Um, all right. Um, oh, wait till things settle down here a little bit. So some of you know that the Buddha taught that there were two aspects to meditation. What they called in the Pali, they called Shamatha and Vipassana. And so Shamatha means something like stopping. Um, and Vipassana means something like insight. So the way that Thich Nhat Hanh teaches this is that they co-arise and they're codependent, but it is still useful to understand that they're a little bit different, um, and that we first need to develop the ability to um, stop. I don't know if it's the right word, but to enter into a state of stillness, um, so that we're not distracted. So, in some traditions, call it concentration, and Thich Nhat Hanh calls it mindfulness too. And that's kind of your first stage. And when you reach a state a stage where you're calm, relatively calm, and you feel safe and so on, then you've set the stage for the appearance of insight, of vipassana, of meditation. Um, Zen doesn't make that distinction. So in Zen, insights just arise on their own. When you quiet the mind, then you access a deeper level of knowing, and insights just kind of arise on their own. Um, And what we do in breathing of Qigong is, as you know, because you've been practicing for a long time, is we actually embody these various states of different states of stillness. And so that's kind of the shamatha part of it, and that's enough. And it's very mysterious, and it's very powerful, and it's very subtle at the same time, and it promotes all kinds of healing. And the ancients were promoting physical healing, medical healing, and also psychological healing, spiritual healing. That just sort of mysteriously occurs. That if you set the conditions, that things occur, which is probably right. Um, at the same time, when we have arrived at this certain level of calmness, we can then purposely, intentionally move into vipassana practice. Okay, and so all it takes is an intention to do that. Say, okay, now I'm going to move into to this vipassana practice, this insight practice, and then it helps um, to sort of prime the pump. And so you can, what sort of insight are you open to? Is there some problem in your life? Is there some kind of Dharma teaching that you would like to explore further? Like, say, impermanence or interbeing. Are you curious about death or birth? Um, Whatever it might be. What does it mean to have a good relationship with somebody, particular person? It can be very practical. It can very down to earth, useful, or it can be very sort of out there and speculative, and whatever's sort of up for you. Okay, and the whole idea is that we may have thought about this issue before, maybe many times, but when we're in this sort of state of stillness, we have access to a deeper knowing about that subject that just spontaneously arises. And then the other part is to not be attached to outcome. So if we really want to know, like, okay, what about this? And we really don't get it. We don't get an insight. We don't get the answer. That's okay, because we've set the intention and we've gone into the meditation, and the insight will come some way when you least expect it. You know, it may come in a dream, it may come the next week, it may, who knows, but the deeper levels of mind don't operate on linear time like we want them to. Okay, so we'll do some practices and warm-ups, and we'll do some practices, and then in the sitting meditation, um, um, you can choose. It's really a fork in the road. You can say, okay, my intention is to practice insight on, and then focus on your meditation object, whatever it might be. What is the breath? That's another, anything that's up for you. Or you can just do the Zen open awareness practice and just be with the breath and the body and be in that state and not prime that pump. Okay, is that clear? Because I don't want to go over this in any way once we get there. Okay, everyone's got this. Okay, great. And then maybe at the end, if you want to offer a little feedback as to like what you did or how it was, what worked for you, whatever, that would be great too. Okay, so let's change the view. Okay, very good. As far as the beginning, the warm-ups, do whatever you want, do whatever you feel like, do whatever you want. And as you drop into this standing posture, so just check in. How do you feel? Always a good question. How do I feel? Am I on the tired side, which means I'm more relaxed? Am I on the really alert, kind of the alert side? How do I feel right now? And then when we out breath, as we relax the muscles, We're relaxing everything that's soft. And then we're holding upright the skeleton, that which is hard and upright. And so that's our alertness. That's the in breath. And just sort of feel the uprightness, feel the bones, the spine. Strength. And then the out breath is just the letting go, the relaxation, without letting the skeleton slump. So the skeleton remains upright. And then on that sort of coat rack, we hang the body of this, the, the muscles and so on. And again, there's the option you can do standing mountain, which involves intentionality. It's where the arms are a little stiff, and there's an intention with the out breath to go down and to also go up. It's a mountain, so it's tall, and it also goes down. So that's intention. Um, or just letting the elbows bend just a tiny. They naturally will just bend just a tiny bit, and then the hands will just naturally tend to curl a little bit. So you see the difference. So standing mountain, we're we're holding stiff and shooting downwards, shooting our attention downwards, and in this is just a natural relaxation, relaxed upright position. It's kind of like if you're floating in water. And if you're like me and you tend to sink, just imagine you've got, I don't know, flotation under you or something. But you're just sort of floating, and when you're floating, your arms would be relaxed in this way, and your hands. Okay, so the Buddha taught this as a meditation posture. Okay, all right, very good. Let's go ahead and bow to the directions, the 7 directions. So this is also in the sutras. The Buddha taught bowing to the directions. And then above, extend, stretch, extend the mind way, way, way up. Okay, and then all around. Good. And then out breath. Extend down. Okay, and then coming back up. This bowing to the directions it's a form of honoring the natural world. We're honoring our surroundings, we're honoring the material world, and then forming our place in it. Okay, very good. Let's go ahead and start with the head, neck, and shoulders. There's always a balance taught in Qigong so that you don't have to get hung up on counting. But if you roll your shoulders forward, then you want to roll them backwards about the same number of times, just to keep it balanced. If you roll your head one direction, and then you want to roll it the other direction too. So a lot of the movements are done in pairs for that reason. Okay. Okay, good. Let's reduce the movement. Okay, good. And now the hip flexibility, the pelvis. I mean, if you do this daily, it's really good for preventing or relieving lower back pain and flexibility and balance. But even if you just do it once a week, even it will go a long way to keeping flexibility in this area. It's just that if you don't ever do it, um, things will definitely stiffen up, particularly as we age, which we're all doing. Okay, and now we go back to the either standing mountain or the standing in one position, just for a moment before we're going to go into the one-legged. You want to just get the body memory and the feel of being very balanced, relaxed, and upright. And it can be helpful to visualize a line or a laser beam or a column of light from the center of the earth up through the body out into the universe. And then keep that in mind as you bend the knee and sink down and shift the weight. And then lift up the unweighted foot. You can leave the toe touching the ground if you want. Or if you feel comfortable, you can lift the foot. And then have that vertical line go right straight down that weighted foot. And that's the important part. What you do with the unweighted foot or with the hands is secondary. Okay, so touch and then shift again. When you feel solid, then lift. Tricia Yu, my teacher, and others have done a lot of studies on improving the balance of seniors and of people who have been ill, hospitalized, or in accidents, people who haven't walked for a while. And they found tremendous results with these practices that the balance dramatically improved in a short time, 3 weeks. But again, even if you just do this once a week, as we do, that will go a long way. And if you want to, I won't do this in class because I don't want to force people to do it. But if you want to, do this as a standing meditation for 10 breaths or as long as you want. And just get used to being on one foot. It's a very good concentration practice. Your mind will not wander when you're keeping your balance. Okay, very good. Okay, good. Very, very good. Okay, just loosen up a little. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll do the 7 gates sequence. It starts with Trembling Mountain, and then the combing of the chi, and then the opening the 7 gates. So. When the Chinese teach this, they just do it like this. But then the Americans end up boogieing around, which I think is fine. It's up to you. Okay, let's go for about another minute. Okay, now increase the intensity. Okay, let's stop altogether on the count of three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this feeling of the whole body tingling, whole body alive, can you extend that feeling just around the body so that the area around the body is tingling also? Okay, and this tingling quality and this spacious quality are the qualities not only of the body but of the mind. These are the qualities of the mind in stillness. There's no forms arising. There's no thoughts, emotions, and so on. It's just this sense, this sensed, this sense of energy that's present everywhere. Okay. Okay, very good. All right, next part. This is like tree and autumn. So we're going to bring the hands up. When we get to the top, we're going to make a screen with the hands. Eyes follow the hands. Look up. And as we breathe out, we're going to begin bringing down the hands, palms facing down. So we're bringing down the light of the stars in the form of a net or a screen that's moving through the body. This screen of light that's filtering out anything unneeded and organizing all of the elements of the body all the way down out the feet. Okay. And then in breath. Okay, and now we make the screen a little finer. We're looking up and we're bringing down this screen of light. Moving through every cell in the body. We'll do this 4 times, 2 more times. Okay, so get a sense of verticality and the light of the sun, the moon, the stars the source of the light. So bringing that down. And bringing the attention inside the body and feeling this screen as it goes down. Okay, last one. So embrace this column of light. Form this very fine screen. Filter all through the organs. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay. And now, for those of you for whom this is new, so this vertical column is like can be visualized like a bamboo that has membranes every so often, and those are the 7 levels of the body, and those are the 7 gates. And when we open the gates, we're opening them vertically, opening them to the ancestors, to our origins, to form the earth, and opening them to consciousness and to spaciousness, emptiness, and that's sky. So the motion for opening the gate is to bring the hands around and then backs of the hands together, and visualize as if you're sending light into the body through the hands, and then the gesture is just to open. It's just as if you're opening 2 doors or 2 gates. Okay. Okay, so we'll start with, I'll count for the first one. We'll do this 3 times. Okay, and so bending at the waist, or pointing to the perineum, and visualize this light going into the lower part of the body, and then straighten up. And as you straighten up, lean back and open, open, open. Okay, that's number 1. Good. Okay, and now bend again. And now we're pointing to the lower dantian, the belly, and visualize, and then lean back, open, opening number 2. Okay, and number 3 is the solar plexus area. So visualize, okay, and sink, and now stand up and lean back, open, open, open. Number 3, lean back. So 3 are open, and bending again, and pointing to the sternum, the center of the chest. Visualize the light, and then straighten up, lean back, opening the chest, opening the heart, opening the lungs. Okay, 4 of them are open. Now we bend again, sit down. We're pointing now to the throat. Visualize the light coming in. So opening up the airway, the trachea, opening up the throat. Lean back. So 5 of them are open. Now this one, we're pointing to the center of the forehead. Number 6, straightening up, open, open, open. Look up. 6 of them are open. And then closing down. Now we're going to point to the crown of the head. As we come up, we stand up, and then we're going to open the crown of the head, and then just hold this position so all 7 are open, the whole body is open. There's a clear channel from the earth straight up through the body, way out into the universe, and down from the universe down. There's this clear open. The body is completely open. Okay. Okay. And now sink down. And now we're going to reach up. We're going to bring down the light of the stars. This time the palms are facing the body, and we're filling each gate with the light of the stars. We're filling the whole column all the way down. All the way down into the ground. Okay, and then just stand for a moment. So the body is not separate from the light of the universe, the light in the world. It's not separate from the light, not separate from the form, the heaviness, the material. Okay, very good. Now we'll do this 2 more times, and just repeat at your own pace. Don't go too slowly. I'll just count this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So all of them are open. And then dipping the knees, embrace the column of light, embrace the light of the stars. Out breath, fill each gate. And the last one, do move at your own pace. I'm not going to say anything. And then fill the open gates. And with the standing practice, let's practice breathing the stars. So breathing in through the pores of the skin from all directions and out in all directions. Okay, very good. Let's go ahead and bring up our stool or chair. And just reconfigure the this open gates, the column, and the breathing the stars. And feel the tingling in the body and the warmth. So now you can stay with the breath and the body and just be with whatever arises, or can set your intention for insight toward a particular object, meditation object. Okay, let's take a few more breaths. Okay, and clap one time. And massage the face, ears, scalp, jaws, whatever. Okay, and tap the kidneys. Thank you so much for your presence, for your practice. And if you'd like to stay for discussion, that's great. And if not, it's fine too.